Okay, so I'm going to put this sikka that director Milap Zaveri has given me right over here, and let's see if that really bounces in the course of the interview that I conduct with.
Milap will make it bounce.
Why is the sikka wedding protection?
Why is it wedding protection? It's
an unprotected sikka. You know, it will only then it will.
Okay, so as per Milap Zaveri, now it's.
Show the sikka. Show the.
That's the sikka.
It's the Mastizaade sikka jo Leila ne uchhala.
Let's see. Do you want to place some bets?
If it moves, it won't be because of me. Because of one of these.
If it moves because of me.
Okay, the sikka is right here. But you know what? Every time, you know, I feel that, you know, I want kids, but before I have kids, I want to watch Mastizaade. The difference with Milap Zaveri was that he had a kid, and after that he made Mastizaade. So that's a good launch.
Yeah, I practiced sikka hilana. So after I practiced it, I perfected the art. Then I went ahead and I did it. You know? So I think you need to do the same.
I will.
तो तुझे पहले बच्चा पैदा करना पड़ेगा और फिर मस्ती का बाप बनना पड़ेगा.
आपके बेटे ने रशेस देखे?
सर मेरे बेटे ने पूरी पिक्चर माँ की कोख में देख ली. सर एक दिन जन्म होने से पहले मैंने मेरी बीवी को बोला कि यही मौका है इस बेटे को पिक्चर दिखाने का. एक बार पैदा हो गया तो आई कैन नॉट अंडर 18 ना. नेगेटिव इज नॉट काउंटेड. So I showed him one day before he was born.
Okay, look, you guys are tired throughout the course of interviews that you've been doing with different channels. So I've got some surprises for you. Milap, you need to get up and get yours. Actually, that's Veer's. So what is? You will have to go there. Yours is behind that, and Sunny's is. I'll get it. So, ma'am, you need to be seated here.
This is nice.
Where's the surprise? There.
Golden.
I got a
There you go. Get another one. Rip it apart. Come on.
Wow.
Thank you.
You need to open it now.
Please unveil it now.
Interviews with gifts are the best interviews.
हाँ सुनो.
फाड़ने में एक्सपर्ट हूँ.
हाँ.
अच्छा.
फाड़ना.
उंगली जा नहीं रही है. कपड़े उतरे हैं. क्या बात है.
अरे बड़ा कूल पोस्टर है यार.
मैंने खोलना नहीं है.
अरे
फाड़ो यार.
तो क्या है ये? क्या बात है? This is
Avengers.
I want her.
Wait, okay, hang on. You've got her in the movie. That's enough.
I want her.
You can't have her artwork.
Game of Thrones.
So yeah.
Game of Thrones. I need Game of
No,
Thrones.
but that's the.
Do you really want this?
Yeah. I want Avengers.
So do you want to show it now to the?
okay. So I have this wonderful stuff you need to rule Westeros.
Right.
Game of Thrones poster.
Now I need
got
to know
the
from
Avengers.
each one of you what character do you identify with?
Oh.
This one.
You're the Hulk?
Sunny Leone is going green very soon.
She's the Hulk, I'm the bulk.
Yeah, I'm
the Sulk.
I'm 5'8.5", so I think I'm the dwarf.
Never mind. I want to be Captain America.
Yeah. Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry, Captain America, you said.
I don't know. There's this one, the Hulk.
Okay, great. Milap is taking his.
It says I'd give my right hand to be ambidextrous.
Come on, baby.
I'd like to be father of the year. Always paying my kids' debts.
Milap,
Yes.
No,
haven't
he's
seen Game of
horrible.
Thrones.
He gets killed.
No, I don't think you have.
You haven't seen Game of Thrones, tell
But
me.
1 second, you have he gets killed. He gets killed. It's a she.
You like him the most.
But he's already chosen him.
You don't have to watch Game of Thrones to know that everybody dies in Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
Thanks for ruining a lot of people.
You're me roar, munde kente hor.
Great. This is for the keeps. So
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, if you guys are hungry, because I'm hungry and I'm going to have something while I ask you questions. Is
If
that
it's
okay?
a cheeseburger, I'll take it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, great.
I'll give it to you after.
I really wanted to
can have it.
have some.
Who made this, by the way?
Oh, there's a friend of mine from Bangalore. It's called Curiosity Kills the Cat. That's the company.
Oh.
And in every painting, there is a hidden cat which you need to find when you go home. Because if you do,
I love finding this.
I'm gonna have. Okay, listen, you guys.
Hi.
Choose, pick your options if you want something.
I need a big banana, yeah. Just
I don't want
to suit to realism.
You really want?
Bananas are disgusting.
Thank you.
What do you want?
बड़ा ही दे दे यार.
Milap, ये मेरा सिक्का गिला, हीरा.
सिक्का देख बनाना.
गिरा.
तेरा सिक्का बनाना नहीं गिरा. It's a worrying thing.
I'm having one.
हमें इंडिया को मजबूत
बनाना है.
Banana.
मुझे pussy ढूंढनी है इसमें.
Okay, I'm gonna. What?
You said to find the cat.
Yeah, I told you to find the cat.
I'm looking for the
Pussy cat. Yeah.
Where is it?
You have an editor on this show,
No,
It's an internet show.
The show is called Late Nights with Devansh Patel.
Oh, cool.
Late night.
why do you have to, everything I say, you have to have a double meaning to it, right?
Sorry, I'll eat my kela going.
I want to ask Veer Das this question. Veer, you started with Delhi Belly.
Yeah.
We saw a one bonus scene in that, which was so amazing. But I'll tell you what, you've done extraordinary, just not stand-up, which is your profession, but you've given a different humor to Delhi Belly and Go Goa Gone. And this is Mastizaade, which is usually not the humor that you've done before.
Yeah.
Right? So how do you differentiate between the LOL and the normal humor?
I think the most attractive thing about Mastizaade is that nobody thought I would be good at it, and it's possible that I'm not at this kind of humor, but I wanted to try it. Like the best way to get me to do something is to tell me I'm not able to do it. I've never done commercial masala comedy before.
Right.
At the same time, for me it was a very simple decision, man, where we'll watch stand-up and we'll watch Louis C.K. do routines about human body parts, etc., and that's cool. Or we'll watch Hangover and we'll watch American Pie where there's adult content and be like, that's cool. And to me, it's equally cool in Hindi, so I wanted to try it. Yeah.
Sunny, do you want some bananas? Are you sure?
I'm allergic.
What? Okay, great. But why is it that everything has to have a synonym? I mean, has to have banana as a synonym?
But it banana has potassium.
Yeah.
Because the real person who loves bananas is this
Milap.
guy. He's
Ye le bhai, rakh le. The small ones also.
obsessed with bananas.
मैं केला का चेला हूँ और बनाना में बहुत अच्छे विटामिन्स है और पोटेशियम है और परमैग्नेट है एंड एवरीवन सबको केला खाना चाहिए केला सेहत के लिए अच्छा
My next question is to Sunny Leone. I'm ignoring you. I want to ask you, Sunny, that over the course of your debut film till now, we've seen you play more erotic, more, using who you are to its optimum, right? What is something, how different would this be for you compared to all the things that you've done before?
Well,
As far as sensuality, erotic.
This is a different type of, I guess you could say, being sexy or using, sex appeal in a movie, because it's a comedy. And it's different because there's actually no sex in this film. There's no making out in this film. It's just humor. And that's why, that's one of the reasons why I liked, the film to begin with, is that everything was beautiful and sexy, but there was no pressure, oh my gosh, I gotta make out with somebody, or they want some love-making scene, or, that stuff is not always that fun to do. It's very boring and not great. So, this was a different type of fun, sexy humor.
I think the only time the censorship wasn't really so hard was, so lucky was Ranjit, Shakti Kapoor, Sadashiv Amrapurkar. They were so lucky, man. They got those scenes to play, and censors didn't really, give a fuck. But tell me more. You think this? What's beyond this? Like, there's this limit where people talk. Okay, now this can be the most, unabashed, bold, probably. What's the next level of sex comedy after this?
Mastizaade 2.
But that's a sequel. No, but I'm saying in content-wise, how far can you push your content?
It's not about pushing the content far. It's about creating different situations.
Okay.
Mastizaade isn't about, I don't know, there's situational comedy sections. Each scene or, each area of the film has things that happen that's what's funny. It's like a comedy of errors that happens.
Also, I think that there's no realm of reality as such. Like, if you're doing a scene that's naughty or whatever, where you have naughty dialogues, etc., but there's literally like a talking horse and a flying wheelchair behind you. The sky's the limit, you know what I mean, in terms of human imagination. We're not limiting ourselves to any sort of non-outrageous universe. It's an outrageous universe. You can pretty much write anything within that universe.
Also, the idea wasn't Devansh to every scene shock people. The idea was for Mushtaq every scene will make people laugh. Her scene there should be humor, there should be a gag. So if you, like you're saying, what is how much do you push it forward? I'll push it forward with lots more humor next time. Touch wood, and people will laugh even more. next level.
But I think even when you mentioned the film American Pie, which really pushed its content to another level back then, and of course it paved way. I think how many parts were there? 4, 5?
Yeah, at least, yeah.
But even if you watch that movie today, it is still so funny.
Because you resonate to it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what humor is. I mean, it isn't outdated. How does humor go outdated? It wouldn't.
It wouldn't. At least from an academic point of view, every humor bit is based on some resonant human emotion.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Whether it's anger, whether it's lust, or whether it's just angst or whatever, that shit doesn't go away. You know what I mean?
That's why Andaz Apna Apna works. I mean, even today, after probably how many years? I don't know.
It didn't work then. It's so sad.
Yeah, it's got.
It was a box office failure.
So tell me, tell me more the funny bone of Pritish Nandi.
Mr.
Because he is.
He's damn
He is
funny.
witty in his streets.
Yeah, he's a very.
Of course, him being a columnist adds on to it, but tell me more of his contribution on the script.
Well, on the script, he never really interfered because he's a very intelligent, very funny, very wicked sense of humor.
Right.
See, understand one thing. This film of Mastizaade, TNC's never made this kind of genre before. They've never made a typical entertainer, masala, mad comedy.
Right.
So that's one area where they trusted Mushtaq and me totally. That you handle the way the film is written. What we'll look at, we'll help you out with the way it looks. Because you're a Gujarati. You're a stylish Gujarati.
And I'm a Patel, thanks.
You're a stylish Gujarati. It's a rare breed.
Thank you.
I'm a Gujarati means I'm not stylish. But Rongita Nandi,
There's 5 PILs that are coming our way because of that statement. Thank you.
Well, no, I would like to say, okay, I'm an unstylish Gujarati.
Nice analogies. Please
And
continue.
Rongita Nandi, who this film is based on, it's her life story.
It's a documentary.
It's a documentary on Rongita Nandi, and it's actually about the life she has led. So she's gone on these big banana boats all over the world and held balloons and stuff like that. So obviously I couldn't take Sir's input on that. But jokes apart, Sir gave us his blessings and said, go make the film you believe in, I'll back it totally. And he heard the narration, he found it hilarious. He said, it may not be my kind of humor, the humor that I would write or I would think of.
Right.
But I appreciate the fact that you've thought of it. According to him, what I love is that everyone has a right to exist. Every kind of creative in the world should have its own place and be given a chance to flourish.
With you, Veer, a lot of impromptu-ness comes in, right? A film like this allows you to do that, and have you done that in your previous 2 films that I've mentioned, Go Goa Gone and Delhi Belly as well? Would you really stick to the script?
So I'll be honest with you. With Go Goa Gone, yes. With Delhi Belly, I was just new, so I didn't have the confidence to this thing. I have this thing called a play take that I ask my directors for now, which is when you're done getting what you want, you give me one more take to do whatever the fuck I want. Right? And the purpose of that is, A, to improvise, but B, the pressure and the anxiety of having to deliver that perfect take is gone.
Okay.
So that's just a free take to do whatever you want. Make a right, make a left, take a U-turn in the scene. This girl went with me on every play take. Like after Milap got his shot, I was like, Sunny, let's try this, let's do that, let's turn it around, let's move the entire scene into this kind of a zone. She went with me, and I don't know how much you've used on the edit in terms of play takes.
I've used a decent amount.
Yeah.
I mean, dil pe patthar rakhe. I make sure that I use because they're so funny. I must say that Sunny is, be it the world or he's hilarious. Sunny has the most amazing sense of humor. She's the most geeky, dorky sense of humor. And she's, I've never seen someone look funnier falling over, doing mad things, doing cute things. She's really funny, and the world will see a funny Sunny when this film releases,
I hope so. You're putting a lot of pressure out there.
You've seen a lot of stand-ups in the States, right? I mean, I wouldn't compare anyone, but I would say, what's really the difference between the stand-up that you see in India, and I'm sure you've seen Veer's any of the shows, or a Russell Peters doing it in Canada or somewhere else?
I saw Veer's show in English.
Yeah.
So to me, it meets up to par of everybody else that I've seen. So I've seen a couple of comedians here that speak only Hindi here. Some stuff I get, but sometimes I don't understand the humor because I wasn't brought up here. So that's, the only difference. But everybody else is laughing. So that's the only difference, really. But I watched the show and he did it in English, and it was
She actually watched my show in the States.
At the Improv.
At the Improv. Like, I sold out the Hollywood Improv first time ever.
Wow.
You walk into the green room, there's like Robin Williams, Richard Pryor, Louis C.K. and Woody Allen, right? Those are the 4 pictures in the green room. So you're shitting your pants. And first Indian ever to headline the Improv. We'd sold out. And I'd met her and Daniel on the flight, like literally 24 hours before.
Yeah, we
were just flying to LA on the same flight, and we both met. And she's like, "You're doing the Improv? I'm coming." So her and her family and Daniel, everybody came. So I had like 600 people, but I had 4 people I knew. And that's the best thing to have as a stand-up comic. Like 4 people you know in the audience rooting for
So
you.
let's do an improv here. So what if you were in my seat and you had to introduce Milap Zaveri and Sunny Leone? Think.
If I had to introduce Milap Zaveri. Ladies and gentlemen, his last ever interview before his film releases, before he retires to a life of working at Doordarshan. Milap Zaveri.
And celibacy. And celibacy.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, the only
bananas.
lady out of my league who will actually talk to me because this is an interview, Sunny Leone.
Good one.
And buy it, right? Of course, the tickets to your next show.
Yeah, right.
When we, you've written Grand Masti, you've written Masti. And is it an easy platform that, oh wow, if this works, Mastizaade 2 is in the offering anyway? I mean, does this really come to your mind when you write with Mushtaq?
Yeah, obviously because I've written Masti and Grand Masti, there's a certain degree of success I've brought in this genre. So when I wrote Mastizaade, there was a lot of pressure because, I had to deliver again, and this time for myself. It's like, I don't want people to say that, he can write for others, but for himself he can't do it. It's like, so I had that back of my mind when I did Mastizaade. Touchwood, if the film runs and सिक्के हिलते हैं, note बरसते हैं, तो I'm sure we would like to make a sequel and do part 2, and these fine people will be back hopefully, and we'll uchalo a lot of more sikkas and wash more cars. This time I get a bus. I get like a BST, like a big bus.
It's not happening.
I'll watch the bus.
You know what?
I'll watch the bus.
And your wife will watch.
What was it?
That was a one-time.
Yeah, hang on, I want to know.
Once.
Sorry, please, I'm interrupting you.
Washing the car.
No, and I've said this before, she felt really bad. We were making this side documentary, the life story of a car.
Nice.
It was about this one car that
Did you speak to John Lasseter about it?
Huh?
No, nothing.
Since childhood, this car, no one washed it. And it lay there dirty, dust accumulating, and it cried, but the tears, spread the dust more. And this car just honk called out to Sunny.
What the fuck are you talking about, man? Jesus
You're
Christ.
talking right now.
You should be in Bridesmaid.
Well, I would love to be in a bridesmaid.
Come on. Okay, I want to know.
Okay, finally.
Oh, he did admit. I want to know, there's Asrani in the film as well. Right?
Legend.
One of the most, legend, right?
Yeah.
I want to know your favorite comedians back then. Or the comedians you grew up on. You, Milap.
Greatest comedian in Indian stage and Indian cinema, Johnny Lever.
Yeah.
By 700 miles. I was 12 years old. I sat in a garden in Lucknow for a live show. I saw Johnny Lever hold 10,000 people in the palm of his hand for 2 hours.
Wow.
And till date, he just did my last comedy festival, did 2 hours on stage, killed. So nobody will touch Johnny Lever ever. Yes, there's Anupam Kher, yes, there's Baman Irani, but it's Johnny Lever.
What about you?
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Physically, probably the most crazy comedian, yeah? His film, favorite?
There's so many.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumbers,
Dumber,
The
yeah.
Mask, the
Cable guy.
Cable Guy. Truman Show.
But that wasn't comedy, was it?
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Kind of, yeah. What about you?
Kadir Khan. I love Kadir. Yes.
Yeah.
And he was a writer as well.
He's a writer. He is actually
He's a dialogue
India's
writer.
biggest. There's Salim Javed.
Yeah.
And there was Kadir Khan.
But then also Jaspal Bhatti.
Jaspal Bhatti was
For
writing
writing
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah. But Kadir Khan, I mean, I can yet remember Cool Number 1. कितना हंसते रहते हैं. I mean, the way नहीं दामाद जी. I mean, he was unbelievable, man, and I've never laughed more in my life than when I saw Kadir Khan in David Sir's films. The entire 90s for me was like one of the best times growing up because Kadir Khan was up there, and obviously Johnny Lever Sir and all of them, but Kadir Khan, I wish I could have, made a film with him.
I haven't grown up I mean, watching these comedians that I'm going to name, but one of my favorite is Mahmood Saab. I think an icon, the black and white era. Even Kishore Kumar, to be honest. Govinda. So a lot of people, yeah. I mean, why not?
But Govinda is the full package.
Veer, do you get afraid of being typecast here as well, just because you are a stand-up comic?
No, I mean, so I took a decision like a year and 4 months ago, saying, fuck it. I'm going to do everything that I'm not known for. So I'm just going to do, because I've done enough urban comedies, I will continue to.
Right.
I've done enough stand-up comedy, God's been good, I will continue to. But I'm going to try some new shit in the next 12 months. I'm going to go to LA, I'm going to try and crack that market. I'm going to take my pants off, sit on a pot and do comedy.
Super.
I'm going to sign a masala film, I'm going to sign an action film, I'm going to sign a drama. It'll all come out next year, so we'll see if it was a failed experiment or a good one.
Do you fear of being typecast as well?
I think that if you're going to get typecast, you're going to get typecast. There's really nothing you can do about it. If I came into this country and I covered myself from head to toe with my background, it just wouldn't work. So I think as time goes by, you make different types of movies, you see people's interest levels. The next few movies that I have coming out are not in the Mastizaade space at all. And we're going to see if they like it.
This guy's not typecast at all. I mean, let's not talk. No, let's not talk about that.
You know, the one thing I know is your reputation belongs to other people.
Right.
It has nothing to do with you whatsoever.
Right.
Other people will decide in their own mind through their own processes how they see you. You just got to keep doing your thing.
Okay, last question to end this. It's the Oscar season.
Yeah.
Pick your favorite movies and your favorite characters. I mean, who would get the gold?
Rocky Balboa, Stallone,
Best supporting. Just for, matlab, de do Leonardo DiCaprio ko ek Oscar.
Best actor.
Best actor.
I know, but
The Revenant.
yeah, but I would have picked Tom Hardy for Legend also as a great performance as well.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you?
I'm really bad. I haven't watched many movies this year.
Stallone.
When will? Okay.
No,
Will,
the only movie I just watched was Star Wars. I think that's the only movie I watched.
VFX, yeah. But tell me something. Do you see the only Indian who's won? Only 2 Indians who won the Oscars was. No, 3 Indians now. Sorry.
Dude, this will go on and on. There's Bhanu Athaya.
Bhanu Athaya, the costume designer of Nandi.
There's
A.R. Rahman and of Satyajit Ray, the honorary Oscars.
Yes.
That's why we come to.
Russell.
Sorry?
Russell.
Oh, Russell Pickett, yeah, the sound mixing. But you think from the acting perspective also, we have a future?
Listen, man, I mean, if anybody's leading the crossover charge, it's Priyanka Chopra, right? She's opened like tremendous doors. So, I mean, that itself, what she's done is going to give way to hundreds of people being able to work that market. So you never know, it might happen, man.
Great.
The only thing there is that what happens when you go to an Indian going to the US is they typecast you, and I think she's doing an amazing job moving into different genres of different things. I think it's easier probably for a woman to kind of, move into different avenues, which I think she's doing really well too.
Thank you for coming on the show because the PR has been signaling me.
I promise you.
You came on the show.
Stop!
And as you said,
I came and
you
sat
came
on
on
the
the show,
gosh.
you climaxed. I mean, this was a climax show you said, right?
This is this shows the climax of today's
Thank
activities.
you. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Veer Das.
Hi, I'm Sunny Leone.
Hi, I'm Milap Zaveri, and you're watching the late night show with Devansh Patel
That guy there.
with the Mastizaades.
Yay.
We are the only people who will spend a late night with Devansh Patel.
Oh, and I'm so happy we were your first.
We took his cherry. We popped his cherry. We took his virginity.
I've
You know
never
what?
seen his
The
cherry.
first
I don't
people
know
on
about
the
his
show.
cherry.
And 29 January, go to theaters. Sikka hilega.
Why did you have to make
I've
that
never
so
seen
dirty
his
at the
cherry.
end?
There's no cherries.
Oh my god.